There's a good chance you know someone who's been adopted. It might even be yourself. Adoption happens across the world, both domestically and internationally, for many reasons. Compassion, infertility, or the avoidance of a hereditary disease. Whatever the reason, adoption gives a second chance to children who are looking for their forever homes and parents who want to share their love with their own children. Biological or not, the bond between parents and children is special, perhaps made even stronger by the intense process that is adoption. I'm Mike with List 25, and whether you're looking into adopting yourself or are just curious about what the process entails, here are 25 facts about adoption to melt your heart. 25. About 1 in 3 children from the foster care system are adopted by parents of a different race than the child. In foster care, most adopted children are non-white, while a 73% majority of the adopting parents are white. 24. Research has shown that if every 1 out of 3 American churches adopted a child, every child looking for their forever family would no longer be in need in the US. 23. In America alone, about 7 million people are adopted persons. 22. The myriad of reasons families decide to adopt include infertility, wanting to avoid contributing to the overpopulation of the planet, wanting to give someone a second chance at life, avoiding passing on a hereditary disease, and even concerns over complications in pregnancy and birth. 21. Embryo adoption is also an option, where the embryo is given to another couple or individual to be implanted in the recipient woman's uterus. 20. The 1978 Indian Child Welfare Act allows the tribe and family of a Native American child to be involved in adoption decisions and preferences. 19. The Colorado Adoption Project took a look at genetic influences on adopted children and found children were more similar to their adoptive parents in early childhood. However, adolescents saw their cognitive abilities mimicking that of their biological parents. Story about that, my mom and I, all the time, would be like, oh, you guys look so much alike, and we would laugh. 18. About 100 million Americans have adoption in their immediate family. This includes being adopted themselves, adopting a child of their own, or placing a child into the system. 17. In 2011, Americans made about 9,000 adoptions. The highest number of children were from China, followed by Ethiopia, Russia, and the Ukraine. 16. The Hague Adoption Convention was established by many countries to help regulate international adoptions. It fights against trafficking and tries to make the process of finalizing the child's citizenship in their new countries more quick and easy. 15. Statistics show that American families adopt more children, not only internationally, but also domestically, than the rest of the world combined. 14. The years between 1945 and 1974 were when adoption rates really began to rise. Conservative sexual beliefs were changing, and science was stressing the importance of nurture over genetics, making adoption attractive and valuable. 13. Humans are not the only ones to adopt. Certain animal species, like the baboon, have been shown to take in infants whose mothers have died and are cared for by young adults within their social groups. Their adoptive parents care for them by grooming them, carrying them around, and protecting them. 12. Famous names you may have heard of who have also been adopted include Jamie Foxx, Jack Nicholson, Gary Coleman, Nicole Richie, Mike with List 25, and even Steve Jobs. 11. Today, between 60 to 70% of adoptions are open. This means that both birth and adoptive parents disclose information regarding the adopted child, and sometimes the birth parents can still be involved in the child's life. Mine was closed. I had to later find out who my birth parents were. 10. American citizens made 19,942 international adoptions in 2007. Since then, international agencies have become much more restrictive and lengthy, but that hasn't stopped a rise in adoption numbers. 9. Adoption agencies don't work with just anyone. A home study carried out by an agent can take anywhere from 2 to 10 months and helps the applicant to be matched with a child whose need they could support. 8. Adoption in the US is made up of three main categories: adoption from the public care system, adoption from private agencies, and international adoption from other countries.
7.
Adoption agencies work with families intimately and build relationships with the families that are built throughout their system. They want to make sure everyone is as prepared as possible so the process is smooth for everyone involved. You can expect regular parental trainings and guidance through the process, so you never have to feel overwhelmed or alone.
6.
The adoption agency stays involved long after coming home with your child. There will be a lot of post-placement reporting to be done on the part of the new parents, but also continual support from your agency.
5.
Adoption agencies are very thorough and very lengthy. Every international agency requires at least one visit to the physical location to meet with the child you're paired with. So, if you're looking overseas, make sure your passport or visa is up to date and make a trip out of it.
4.
Children are not the only ones open for adoption. In most states, people over the age of 18 may also be legally adopted. Some states require that the adopting parent be at least 10 years older and married, but it's a great opportunity for those who have aged out of the foster care system and have moved around too much to know stable, loving parents. You want me to adopt you? I'm 10 years older than you.
3.
If you considered putting your own child up for adoption, know that you have many options available. The birth parents can choose the adoptive family, decide how the hospital stay will go, and also decide if the adoption is open or closed.
2.
It's not just families who are unable to conceive who adopt, but families with their own biological children as well. Growing a family with the help of an adoption agency takes work, and building bonds between adoptive and biological children can be a journey, but it's nothing that willing, loving parents can't do.
1.
Some parents look to the adoptive system with apprehension, afraid that the child may not feel like their own. But they quickly find that raising and caring for a child is what makes them your own, not how you got them. Adoptive parents have a special kind of love for their children, as they're a miracle that never seemed possible until adoption. So, how many of you are adopted? Share your stories with us in the comments below, or tweet us at List25. I have some fun facts about my adoption. Both my moms are named Terry, and sad but still weird, both my fathers passed away in the same year. So I never got to meet my birth dad, but I did meet my birth family and actually moved up to Philadelphia to live with them for a bit before moving back down to Florida. So I have met them. So if you do have any questions, feel free to ask me. I'll try my best to answer them. At Michael B. Estrin. So I'm an open book. Ask away.
One of my closest and best friends is adopted.
Thanks, buddy.
Shout out to you, Naomi.
Wow.
Enjoying our lists? Be sure to click that subscribe button on the bottom right and the notification bell so you don't miss out on new ones every Monday through Friday. Share them with friends and help us consistently conciliate curiosity. And if you want even more lists, check out these videos here or just head to our website at list25.com.